Welcome back to OSBA TV. It is the second game of tonight's doubleheader here in Orangeville on Valentine's Day. Kelsey Wright-Johnson, Ryan Greco bringing you all the action. This one, Ryan, is between number 1 and number 2. TRC taking on Orangeville Prep here at home.
I'm hype. I'm excited. TRC Academy putting the perfect season on the line here in Orangeville, taking on Orangeville Prep. We'll see if they walk out of here with a 14-0 record, or will Orangeville Prep hand them their first loss of the season.
Vernon grabs the offensive rebound after the miss. Liam Courtney puts the first bucket on the scoreboard. 2-0. TRC takes the early lead.
That's one thing about this TRC Academy team. They match up well with Orangeville Prep. They are the team that has been getting it done in the league this year.
The matchup that I'm excited to watch is Junior Farquhar and Antoine Vernon, because, take this in, this team has never played against Junior. Never.
Huh.
I
didn't even know that.
Yeah, he was out with an ACL injury the second time they played,
Yep.
and the third time in the final, and the first time he was sitting on the bench close to the coach the whole game. They've never played against him. So this will be a fun one to watch.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic matchup to watch. Mine's going to be Adong McCoy, Joe Jones.
Yep.
The two heavy hitters. Also, another one, a great matchup will be Dion Edgem and Ignis Brzdikis.
Two big bodies going after each other.
Yeah, they're almost identical in body type and style of play.
Antoine Vernon up top, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls up, gets it over to Stephen Levniak. They're looking inside to Adong McCoy. McCoy goes up, no good. Matthew Alexander Moncrief with the rebound.
Moncrief, great job there. See how well he's filled out this year. Put on a few pounds. You can see the athleticism in him.
Moncrief is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, he's coming along very nicely. Class of 2020.
Joe Jones just knocked out of bounds. It's going to be TRC ball, 24 seconds on the shot clock.
You can see Brzdikis trying to tell Jones, telling his teammate, hey, you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. These guys, they're going to be right on top of us every time. We got to make sure we're not taking any plays off.
Adong McCoy gets it into Dion Edgem, knocked out of bounds by Ignis Brzdikis, the Michigan commit. And it's TRC ball on the baseline. 16 seconds now on the shot clock.
You can tell both of these guys are really enjoying the matchup, kind of smiling at each other after that.
Well, they play together, right? Like they're all friends here. Stephen Levniak releases from 3. It's good.
There's Levniak. And it's funny, you know, he started off his career in the OSBA as a sharpshooter, really has worked on his inside game, driving to the basket. Very rarely, actually, do you see him starting off a game with a three-pointer.
He doesn't want to be called a shooter. We've had that conversation with him in post-game interviews. He says, I'm not a shooter. I'm a good shooter, but I'm not a shooter.
He's a baller. That's what he is.
Junior Farquhar finds the open lane, goes up, can't get it to fall as he kind of falls backwards with the contact to go to the line now for 2.
Yeah, you saw he brought it back, thought about handing it off to Moncrief for the 3, and then decided, you know what, I've already got the space.
I feel the contact.
So, exactly. Let's go to the basket, see what we can create. Get those early game jitters out of the way, get the contact going, the blood flowing, the adrenaline pumping, all that good stuff.
Yeah, Junior Farquhar coming off an injury last year. He's back now, and Ryan, is he ever back? In the last game against Huntington Prep on the weekend. Huntington Prep, yes, the Andrew Wiggins school.
Yep,
had a triple-double. We call him the triple-double machine, and that is exactly why he had 10, 11, and 12.
Very impressive stat line there for him.
Stephen Levniak, this one from the 3. It's no good as Ignis Brzdikis comes down for the rebound. I like the way TRC is sending some big bodies to the offense, or to the defensive board, really making it hard to get those, or the offensive board, excuse me, making it hard for Orangeville Prep to get those defensive rebounds.
Yeah, very well said. And they're also doing a great job rotating on the switch. As you can see right there, another turnover, and Levniak comes up with it, doing an excellent job, but then just throws it away.
A little miscommunication there. Get those early game. Gotta get those early game jitters out. It is 5-0 right now. 7 minutes, 33 seconds left to go in the first. Here's Farquhar, the triple-double machine is the nickname that I've officially given him, being guarded closely by Vernon. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. They look for Ignis Brzdikis down low. Brzdikis, one dribble, puts it up on the left-hand side, and it's good. He'll also go to the charity stripe to add one more.
Yeah, excellent job there, kind of setting up Edgem. As soon as Edgem fronted him, you could see Brzdikis kind of gave Farquhar the eyes and said, I'm going to the basket. I'll meet you there. And
yeah, these two have
Farquhar
such a great chemistry. They've been playing together for 2 years now. And I mean, they can run the plays, and they do, or else the coach gets pretty upset, I'm going to say.
Yes.
But they also, when the defense is cheating, they're able to use their chemistry, just kind of that eye contact to to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Here's another guy, great defense. Keyshawn Saunders not giving Levniak anything.
Keyshawn Saunders, Ryan, the newly committed Keyshawn Saunders going to Toledo next season.
That's
just announced
right.
that yesterday on his birthday.
That's right. That's right. A very great birthday present for him. Get an opportunity to go ball out in Ohio.
Yeah, Levniak along too. That one no good. Rebound, Ignas Brezdikas.
That's a good fit for him. He's going to get a lot of minutes, a lot
Absolutely,
of playing time,
yeah.
a lot
He's
of
close to
touches.
home because we know his
Yep.
parents. I mean, if you've ever been in a gym where this team plays, you can hear his mom. His parents like to come to his games. His mom, his biggest cheerleader, he actually gave her a shout out and called her that. Junior Farquhar can't connect. It's
Farquhar.
knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Orangeville.
Yeah, a little strong there. You might want to kind of see Farquhar as he's going up, but you have to go up strong against this front court of TRC. They've got the length and they've got the size to block just about anything. So it's no shock that the shot went over. And there's
Brezdikas from way beyond the volleyball attack line. That one no good. It's out of bounds. It's going to go to TRC.
Well, when you average 40, and I said you're hearing me
Average.
right, average 40
Yep.
points in January, you're allowed to take random shots like that every now and then.
Averaging 40 this year, not this season, this year. So 2018. Yikes.
Incredible.
That foul is going to go against Stephen Levniak. It's going to be Orangeville prep ball on the baseline. 6 minutes, 18 seconds left to go.
Relatively low-scoring game to kick off.
Is that a result
quarter.
of offense or good defense, Ryan?
I think it's just really good defense.
Yeah.
These teams are
and
so
great defense
athletic.
there by Dion Edgem, getting in the lane,
Yep.
knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Orangeville on the sideline.
Yep, every single shot's contested. Every single attempt at the basket is a every single attempt at the basket is being either rejected or met at the rim physically. Both teams playing really good defense early on.
14 seconds now on the shot clock. They get it to Brezdikas. Brezdikas doubled.
The double team right away.
Got to get it to someone. It's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Orangeville. They've got 7 seconds on the shot clock now, Ryan. When they double in the corner like that, someone's got to get open.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, excellent job, though. I mean, once again, TRC Academy is one of those few teams that has the size to be able to, it's not very rare. It's very rare when you see Ignas Brezdikas uncomfortable on the floor. But if anyone can do it, it is TRC Academy. They have the size consistently being able to match up with him and pressure him every chance that they get.
First substitution of the game, Dion Edgem takes a seat on the bench, and it's Lorenzo Downey who subs in for TRC. Here's Antoine Vernon for the Wolfpack. Gets it into Adong McCoy. McCoy still in the key. Puts it up, and there's going to be a 3-second call, Ryan.
Yep. Once again, great defense. Hands are active. This is really just going to come down to now who's going to be playing the cleanest offense at this point. Who can make their open shots, because there's not going to be many of them in this game. Both teams have a relatively deep bench of players. And 1 through 12 can play on these rosters.
Keyshawn Saunders steps back for the 3, and Orangeville takes their first lead of the game, 6-5. That one knocked out of bounds just a little bit too strong. Great idea by Antoine Vernon to look up and get it up. Just been hitting the weight room a bit too much. It's knocked out of bounds. 5 minutes, 23 seconds left to go in the first 6-5 Orangeville prep.
Well said, Kelsey. You can see just trying to see whatever quick baskets they can get. They started off with the 5-0 lead, and now they find themselves down by 1 here. See if they can get another steal here. They do.
Stephen Levniak gets it up. Here's Downey now to Adong McCoy.
Oh, nice
right
look.
back to Downey. It's blocked by Joe Jones. It's going to go Orangeville Prep way. What a huge block by the center of Orangeville Prep.
Jones getting on his horse, the Buffalo, New York native, getting back there. And a thunderous block there. McCoy kind of caught off balance, didn't really have chance or time to get the dunk there. Defense did a great job making the rotation.
Junior Farquhar steps back, the 3, no good. Levniak rebounds.
You played that just as well as you could on a 2-on-1. And the help came, did it ever.
It's one of those LeBron-esque blocks, as Antoine Vernon puts in an easy 2, where you don't even see him coming.
No, not at all.
He just kind of comes out of nowhere. Volleyball spikes your ball away.
Yep, this white blur of a jersey just comes up and just cleans it off the glass.
Here's Keyshawn Saunders now for the Bears. The 3 ball, that one, no good. Big rebound for McCoy.
The unkind roll.
Stephen Levniak drives. That one off the glass is good.
Levniak, how good is he at just taking the contact and finishing?
Absolutely.
I've been saying it time and again. Every time we've had a chance to watch him play, it's always been a treat because he's not the most athletic guy on the floor, but man, does he get up there with reckless abandon and excellent body control finishing under the rim.
Yep. Here's Brezdikas. Talk about body control. That one just off the mark.
And something we're noticing here, Kelsey, every single time Brezdikas is going to the rim, who's meeting him? It's a Dong McCoy.
Or 2 or 3 black jerseys.
Yep, making a point to always stay in front of him. I don't think there's been a shot Brezdikas has been able to take without McCoy somewhere in the vicinity.
Here's Courtney looking to take on Brezdikas off the glass. It's good.
Oh, that was just clean. That was a clean play.
That was nice.
Gotta like that with the left hand too.
He's been practicing those drop steps.
Oh, you have to. That's hours in the gym right there. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with that.
Here's Brezdikas, 12 seconds on the shot clock, up to Saunders. Saunders releases from the 3. That one's good.
They're going to count it for 3. Saunders with his foot just outside the line. Referee's going to count it. And Orangeville Prep keeping pace.
Antoine Vernon up top for the Wolfpack. They've got the lead 11-9 with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Courtney. Pulls it out, gets it to Vernon. He releases from the 3. That one off the mark, and Junior Farquhar picks up the rebound.
That's about as open as he's going to get today in this game, and he's got to make sure he starts knocking those down there, Kelsey.
Farquhar finds himself open up top. That one's good for 1, 2, 3.
That's what you got to do. Once again, you have McCoy closing out on you. You see that little space of light. You got to take it.
Here's McCoy now, down low. He gets it to fall, and Joe Jones is charged with his first foul of the game.
McCoy, no mistake about it. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. That's just one of those things. That's one thing I really appreciate about the post players on this TRC Academy team, Kelsey. They always have a plan. They know exactly what they want to do as soon as they get the ball. They take a quick survey of the floor and either attack or the drop step. Both of these guys in the post are getting it done for TRC in the early going.
Is McCoy committed yet?
I don't believe so.
I think he's still a free agent.
No, actually, it's funny. I had that conversation with him a few weeks ago when we were up at TRC, and he's got a few teams in mind. He's still looking around, surveying his options, and whoever lands him is going to be a very, very happy program.
Absolutely. He's a hard worker.
Yep.
And he's smart on the floor.
There's out of bounds for Moncrief.
Yeah, Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
There's another guy who's going to make a lot of college hoops fans happy for whoever school he chooses in the future.
Moncrief, a 2020. There's already talks about Ryan him being in the NBA, so he's got a lot riding on his shoulders right now.
He does. He's got a couple of Big Ten schools looking at him as well. Just crazy.
Here's Downey up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Downey pulls up his dribble, gets it to Vernon. Vernon.
Oh wow, great
skips
find.
it. Avin Nava with the floater. That one's no good. Brezdikas with the rebound.
We have a Nava sighting. There's another one who can shoot it probably just as well as Sam Routens.
Yep. Brezdikas pulls up from the top. It's good for 3.
Once again, though, they're staying with him the entire way, but Brezdikas, he's just a natural scorer. He's going to get his buckets. All you can try and do is contain him.
Vernon finds himself open. The long 2 is nothing but net.
That was clean. Wow, what a shot. Both of these teams are bringing their A game today, Kelsey.
16-15, a minute 30 left to go in the first quarter. If nothing else, Ryan, this is an entertaining basketball game.
Oh, absolutely.
Joe Jones finds himself open on the left-hand side is good.
If you don't love this type of game, you don't love basketball. Just back and forth, back and forth.
Just stop watching.
Yeah, if you just glance up at the clock, oh my goodness, there's only a minute left. It's
Dion Edgem taking on Brezdikas. He's charged with the offensive foul. What great defense and body control like we talked about before for Ignas Brezdikas.
No, that was a great move there because that's one of those kind of things that could have went either way. At the last moment, Brezdikas gets his feet still as he takes the contact. Just at the last moment as Edgem was giving him a hit there.
Yeah, the thing that a lot of people, when they look at charges, they think, you got to be set, you got to be there for 3 seconds or 5 seconds, like a ridiculous amount of time. You're allowed as a defender to be going backwards, and if the person continues to go into your chest, I mean, that's the right call.
It is, it is.
Junior Farquhar doubled. It's knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Orangeville Prep. 10 seconds now on the shot clock.
And just the last thing on that play there, you also have to know how to do it properly. If
you're absolutely.
You got to get it set at the last minute. Just, once again, perfect timing.
You got to take it right in the chest.
Here's Brezdikas again, the double team right away.
Finds Joe Jones in the middle. That one doesn't go, just a bit short. He's a little bit off balance.
How great was that defense? You couldn't ask for a better one. And there's a steal, though. Brezdikas gets it back.
Brezdikas now in the open court. There's going to be a foul there. I think that one's going to go to Downey. And Ryan, Orangeville has the lead by 1, 38.7 on the clock.
It's, you know, I'm sure Brzezinski a little frustrated at all the attention he's getting, but you have to believe that TRC Academy, they have done their homework on him.
Well, you got to take it as a compliment.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You know, even just right there, as he goes for that kind of patented scoop that he does, there's already a hand right in there saying, no, we're not going to allow you to get that opportunity. But regardless, it still ends up being a continuation and he goes to the line. But they've done a very admirable job so far in the early going of trying to limit him and forcing the rest of the team to beat them. And so far, it's been successful, but we'll see how it goes the rest of the way.
38.7 left to go in the first, Ryan. And we said this in the first game between AI and Rise, which is the other two teams in both these academies. We expect these games to be close and extremely exciting. And people here, it's starting to get packed on this side of the gym, and they're getting their money's worth.
And they are, for sure. And really, when you've got two top program teams like these two, I mean, these two teams can run with just about anybody in the States, anywhere in the world at this age group. That really gives you an idea of the kind of talent that's on the floor right now. And you even said it yourself. I mean, the starting point guard against Huntington Prep gets a triple-double just this past weekend. TRC Academy, they have a winning record in the States as well. They go down there and they play they play up against everybody. And when, you know, this is really the height of Canadian high school basketball. You're witnessing it right here in this broadcast. And both of these teams are definitely delivering on the hype so far.
Oh yeah, the top two teams in the nation, hands down. The talent here, I mean, unmatched. Even when you look at the schools, the colleges that these players from these two teams or these two academies are going to, it's nowhere else.
Yep, every single one of these guys are going to be getting some financial aid, if you will, when they go to college.
Basketball's a job.
It is.
Brzezinski makes good on the first, extends the lead to 2. Again, 38.7 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's take this time, Ryan, now to actually let you know that we are being streamed in LA right now, the NBA All-Star Weekend. We got Coach Jonas there hanging out with Jamal Murray, the former Orangeville Prep player himself. He will be competing as a sophomore this year in the Rising Stars Challenge and listening to the game tonight. So thank you, Jonas, for tuning in all the way in Los Angeles.
What's going on, brother? Enjoy your time out there, you lucky, lucky dog.
And bring back the sun for us.
Yeah.
It's cold here. Avin Nava from the 3 puts it up. A rare miss for him, and there's going to be a foul there. I think that one's going to go to Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
Yeah, it's a rare miss for Nava. I mean, he was ice cold in the playoffs last year. I've said it every time we've done one of these broadcasts, but he's really carried it over to this season. Very confident coming off the bench, and he's a microwave shooter. You can get out there, and he'll just get going right away.
You know what I say every time we do a broadcast with him in it, Ryan? How cool his parents must be for his name to be Avin Nava. 8 seconds left to go.
Oh, nice spin there.
Puts it up. That one! A great finish. Keyshawn Saunders looks to get, no, that one's, even if it's good, it's not going to go. And at the end, it's a 1-point game, Ryan, after the beautiful bucket by Nava. 19-18 Orangeville Prep.
Orangeville Prep with the lead so far, and this is exactly what we expected, Kelsey. Back and forth battle. Both teams know each other relatively well. Of course, you said Farquhar, his first time up against TRC Academy in this game. We have not been disappointed so far, and neither of the fans in the stands here in this out here in Orangeville. Sorry.
All right, guys, a quick break. We'll see you back here. Second quarter action. Welcome back to OSBA TV. We're in the second quarter now. 10 minutes left to go in the first half. The score right now, 19-18. Orangeville Prep over TRC. Ignis Brezdikas makes that 21-18 with a bucket from the paint. TRC ball now. It's Avin Nava up top. Nava, one of the best shooters in this league. Gets it up to Courtney. He can't connect. It's Orangeville Prep. 3 white jerseys actually fighting for the possession underneath, and that's a good thing. It's something you want to see if you're an Orangeville Prep fan.
Yeah, very physical game so far. They know they're in for a fight right now, so gotta keep going.
Moncrief on the baseline. A beautiful finish. Ryan, talk about using your length to your advantage there.
Unbelievable. Also using that 0 step that we were talking about in the previous broadcast.
Using FIBA to your advantage.
Absolutely.
Avin Nava pulls up for the jumper. That one tipped by Joe Jones, I'm going to say. I don't think that was an air ball.
No, that was some great defense. Jones was there.
And Lorenzo Downey is going to be charged with the foul on Ignis Brezdikas, driving on the left side to the bucket. A couple substitutions in for Rise Prep. Antoine Vernon and Stephen Levniak make their way back into the game. And, of course, for Orangeville Prep, he started the quarter, Shamar Ratan-Mays.
Shamar Ratan-Mays getting his work in. We saw him, the two-handed dunk. All 5'11" of him in the warm-ups. He gets up there.
He's got some bounce.
Oh, yeah.
Got some bounce in that step. 13 seconds on the shot clock now. It's Orangeville Prep. Ignis Brezdikas back to the basket against Dion Edgum. Turns the corner, gets it out to Ratan-Mays. 3 seconds. Mays finds himself open.
No, not in time.
They're going to call it, I think. They're going to give him the bucket and the foul, it looks like. Got it off in time, and he's going to go to the charity stripe for one more, Ryan.
All right. Well, I guess he got up in the air and got up there in time, but he didn't get it off in time, but they're going to count it. Hey, we're going to call a spade.
Hey, the refs are saying differently.
Yeah. Oh, well.
He'll have one from the charity stripe.
Hopefully this game isn't decided by 2 points.
Or potentially 3 if he gets the N1.
Yeah. They'll remember this one.
Ratan-Mays sinks it. 26-18. Stephen Levniak, that sneaky duck, gets it up early. Gets it out to Francolini for his first bucket of the game.
I'm a huge fan of Francolini. He can go inside and out. He's got the confidence to take it to the rim. Saw it right there, right over top.
I just like saying his name, so the more he scores, really, the better for us.
Over top of the defender.
Here's Junior Farquhar on the right-hand side. Goes up, didn't use the glass, just kind of sinks it in there.
Yeah, over top of 2 defenders, no less.
We talk about this so much, and we talked about it more at the beginning of last season. He just makes things look easy.
He does. No, he's very, very talented at what he does. Driving to the basket.
Vernon to Downey. Downey, a nice little Euro off the glass, no good. Farquhar with the rebound.
Downey's probably going to want that one back, trying to avoid the contact. Sometimes you try a little too hard to avoid that instead of just going straight to the rim. You end up not getting rewarded as a result.
Farquhar going back-to-back on the right-hand side. He's got something to prove here, having never played this team before, and it's showing.
Yeah, very impressive finish there. Nothing too crazy quick off the dribble, just nice long steps, guards the ball, yep. Nice finish off the glass, and there's a steal.
Matthew Alexander Moncrief with the jam!
And don't look now, Orangeville Prep on a run. They're up 12. A 12-0 run here, Kelsey.
32-20, 7 minutes, 19 seconds left to go, and a smart timeout called by Coach Tyrell Vernon. Ryan, what's he saying to his team right now?
Down. It's time to make sure you're taking care of the basketball when you're running your sets. You got to make sure you're still playing physical defense.
Yep.
We know how good this team is. We know how talented they are, and a lot of what was being successful for them in that first quarter was making sure they're not giving them any kind of breathing space whatsoever. Well, what happens in this quarter to kick it off? Junior Farquhar gets consecutive layups at the rim. Guys are getting open looks, and of course, turnovers at the top of the key is never going to end well against Orangeville Prep. They have too many athletic players that are just going to go up and turn it into a highlight reel. You just can't afford that in the early going here. Of course, keep in mind, 7 p.m. here, February 21st, is going to be AI versus Orangeville Prep. It is senior night for both teams.
Yep. They've got 8 seniors this year, Ryan. That's a big class, and it's an extremely talented class, of course, being headed by Ignas Brezdikas at Michigan and Lugan Stort heading to Arizona State.
Yep. Very, very talented group of players here. The parents, staff, everyone that's put the time and the effort in, including the players, they got to be very proud of that moment. That's going to be a special night.
Yeah, and if any players are watching this later, there was a few players last season who were out of town, so didn't have their parents here to give them the flowers. They did give them to me, so I'm expecting a couple of flowers again this year, but we'll be here as Francolini puts in the deuce to end that 12-0 run for Orangeville Prep. It's now a 10-point game.
I don't need any flowers. Give them all to Kelsey.
Thanks, Ryan. Junior Farquhar from 3.
Wow, that's a heck of a shot there, and he's talking it up to his bench. He's getting excited here. You said it best, Kelsey. He's got something to prove right now.
Yep. Antoine Vernon drives wide open under the basket. No help defense there for Orangeville Prep. He's able to put it in. A beautiful layup on the right-hand side for 2.
Yeah, that's what you want. Right to the basket, finishes it, clean and efficient. Not using too much energy. Oh, nice crossover
Keyshawn Saunders, a beautiful hesitation, cleaned up by, I think, Keyshawn Saunders underneath. Trying to clean up by Joe Jones. He tips it in again as Keyshawn Saunders is going to grab the 2 points.
Excellent work there. That was impressive.
Here's Antoine Vernon up top. Vernon steps back. A nice move, just short. Ignas Brezdikas with the rebound.
I'm sure he's going to want that one back.
Yeah, Brezdikas on the open court. That's exactly what he likes, and that's where he kind of thrives. Isn't able to even get the ball out of his hands. I was going to say make the bucket, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
You notice this once again. As soon as he tries to go to make that move, there's always an arm or a hand or some sort of body part that's going right for the ball when he tries to make that move, but he's still getting the continuation, still getting to the line, and he's one of the most consistent free throw shooters in the OSBA, so it's not a place you want to keep him there. It's not a place you want him there.
But at the same time, Ryan, where is a place that you want Ignas Brezdikas?
As far away from the basket as possible.
We saw him take a shot from like 5 feet beyond the volleyball line tonight. Keep him there?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, better there. Better there than putting your guys in foul trouble.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. 39-24. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Here's Adong McCoy up top. Gets it over to Vernon. Vernon comes off the screen, finds himself open at the three-point line, and that one's nothing but net.
Love that shot. You see the footwork as he's setting himself up, gauging where the basket is off the screen and roll. As soon as he had the space, goes right up. Excellent, excellent shot by Vernon. I love it.
Saunders, another little hesitation, hands it off to Joe Jones. What a play.
That was impressive. Just what a feed there by Saunders. Everyone thinks he's going up. He's been attacking the basket. Nope. I'm going to throw it off to my big man. Let him finish.
Yeah, Francolini up top now for TRC. Does the same thing. Drives, hands it off to Dion Edgem underneath. Edgem backwards, puts it in off the glass. A little mic and drill.
Edgem, great finish there. A little catches Brezdikas sleeping on defense there.
Joe Jones loses it underneath. It looked like a dribble off his own foot almost, and it's out of bounds. TRC ball on the baseline.
Now, Kelsey, this could be a big one here. It's 41-29, 5 minutes to go in the second. You really want to try and break it down into single digits again. Yep. Try and get yourself on a bit of a run here so you can go into that half feeling pretty good about yourself. You can't afford to go down big.
Antoine Vernon, that one no good. Shamar Rattan-Mays gets the rebound.
That could be a costly miss.
Brezdikas from the corner. Three ball is good.
Yeah. It's not often I'm right, but when I'm right, this could be it. 15 points here.
How do you like the lineup of Rattan-Mays and Farquhar on the court at the same time?
Lots of very smart passes.
Yeah, I like it.
There's Edgem.
I like it as well. Edgem. Talk about smart players, Ryan. Edgem grabs the ball, rips from the elbow, and drives. A beautiful finish. And again, he's one of those players that uses his body so well. You compare him to Shaquille Keith, if you're an Ontario or Canada basketball fan. Has that body but moves so well.
Oh yeah, incredibly good at and comfortable at finishing under contact. And you know what? This is just one of those. He's just one of those players where he's a little bit like Brezdikas in the sense of he can shoot it from just about anywhere. He's very comfortable shooting. He's very comfortable driving to the basket. I think the only difference really is that he's not left-handed.
Yeah. Keyshawn Saunders up top, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Splits the defenders. Looks like he gets his own rebound there. It's knocked out of bounds by Levniak. What a move by Keyshawn Saunders.
Saunders, great finish at the basket there, looking for the and one, doesn't get it. Just a quick rim out, but just enough contact there. TRC still holding steady. You can see the physicality of these teams. And it's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to be TRC Academy.
4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. It's 44-30 and it's TRC attacking Orangeville. Levniak top to Vernon.
Another big possession here.
Vernon to Edgem. Edgem sees the wide open lane, and that's a foul on Matthew Alexander Moncrief, and he knew it as soon as the whistle blew.
Yeah, now we can't see Edgem's eyes from this angle, but I'm pretty sure they were about as big as saucers as soon as he saw that movement.
You know that emoji with the hearts on the eyes? I'm pretty sure that was him.
Yeah, because the alley just opened right up for him on that from the swing position there, and he just went right for it.
Yeah.
Once again, though, like we just talked about, deceptively quick. And you can see he wasn't even necessarily in a very great position as far as his body is with this, but his footwork is just so lightning quick that he's able to just take off like a shot.
His first step is so quick.
Yeah. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Moncrief putting the hand in, he might have tomahawked that. Moncrief
is going to take a seat on the bench right now. And it's Anyang Madut, who is coming in for the first time for Orangeville Prep.
And Madut standing at a lean 7'1". McCoy's going to have his hands full with him.
There he is. Gets it off to Rattan Mays. Puts it up for the three, and it's 1, 2, 3.
You got to love that if you're Madut. Get right into the action, find the open man. Excellent pass.
Francolini looking for the answer. That one just short, and Madut just can't hold on to it. Stephen Levniak grabs it right out of his hands, and Dion Edgem makes the most of it.
I'm not mad at that if I'm Madut. You just got the hands up. Edgem, he's a very talented player. He's very good at finishing under contact. If you're Madut, all you can do in that situation, keep the hands up and hope for the best.
You got to be strong with the ball, though.
Very good point.
He was holding it kind of with his fingertips almost.
Yeah.
Grab that and rip it. Junior Farquhar on the right-hand side. How many times are we going to see this same play? I mean, continue doing it until it doesn't work anymore, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's, one of the things. Players, sometimes they try and switch up things they don't need to. And
keep going at it.
No, you can. You can have a 40-point night doing the same move over and over if they don't stop it.
There's Levniak.
That's what Brzdikas does every night, almost.
And still, no one's learned. His counters are they're hard to defend. But he's so good with right and left.
And TRC's doing probably the best job I think we've seen all year, and even so, it's still.
Yeah, he's doubled, gets it out to Madut. There's a shot clock violation. No one on the bench counting that out for Orangeville Prep.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of got caught napping there. And once again, though, TRC Academy, that is the kind of stop you want to have going into the final couple minutes of this half.
Yeah.
Now let's see if they can build something, though.
Here's Stephen Levniak up top. Finds a Dong McCoy out to Vernon. The extra pass to Edgem. Edgem from the three. It's just long. Stephen Levniak almost has that rebound. Junior Farquhar steals it away. Farquhar with a little Ignis Brzdikas. He goes up and under for the bucket on the left-hand side.
Someone's been practicing.
Antoine Vernon kicks it out. Darius DeVero misses, and a jam on the other end for a Dong McCoy.
Dong McCoy comes down with it.
He's dominating the offensive rebounds right now.
He is, and he's going to need to be doing a whole lot more of that in the second half if TRC is going to try and keep this perfect season alive.
Farquhar up top, 13 seconds on the shot clock, pulls up from the volleyball line, Ryan.
That's been the difference right now, Kelsey. They've been knocking down their threes, and TRC hasn't.
You can't go under those screens on anyone on this team. At the same time, on the other end, you can't let open layups happen for Dion Edgem.
Yeah, one of those situations here, first of all, that's a shot that doesn't normally go in. That's a heat check shot there from Farquhar. But if you get a shot like that, if anything, it should make you more hungry for on defense. It should make you more aware on defense.
You up.
Absolutely, but this is one of those situations where guys kind of got caught napping, and Edgem took full advantage, to his credit, finishes. And despite the fact that Orangeville Prep has been shooting the lights out, TRC Academy for the most part has been keeping pace.
Yeah, I'm going to just say this. The difference when Joe Jones and Matthew Alexander Moncrief are on the defensive end in the key, it's big. It's a big difference.
It really is. I mean,
they bring such a presence and aggression. I mean, I know you don't like the word aggression, but
assertiveness, Excelsior, all sorts of My word calendar is stocked today.
Yeah, get thesaurus.com out. You got your computer open.
I do. It's funny, I barely use this thing as much as I used to.
What, thesaurus?
I think we're just becoming pros at it.
It only took us 3 years.
Yeah, it only took 3 years.
1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in the first half. It's Orangeville Prep 54, TRC Wolfpack 41. It's Orangeville Prep ball, Junior Farquhar and Shamar Rattan-Mays on the 1-2. Here's Farquhar up top. Gets it over to Rattan-Mays. He pulls it out, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Rejects the screen, gets it over to Barthélemy, puts it up for the tray. It's no good. Stephen Levniak with the rebound.
Oh, wow, walk the tightrope there.
Here's Vernon. Vernon out to DeVero. DeVero, a nice pass in there to Dion Edgem. The help just couldn't shift in time, and Dion Edgem is having himself quite the night so far in this first half.
He is. That was a beautiful play there by DeVero, just finding the open man, understanding, okay, let's attack the basket, get the man off of Edgem so I can hand it off to him. I mean, that's just beautiful basketball.
Keyshawn Saunders, a little hezzy up top. That's what he's known for, and then he pulls up in the face of Stephen Levniak for 2.
Levniak's a very good defender, so to knock that shot off in his face like that, I mean, oof,
yep.
How impressive is that? Oh, there we go.
McCoy with the jam.
Dong McCoy. And don't look now, once again, TRC keeping pace, keeping themselves within striking distance. Once again.
It was that 12-0 run.
Yep.
That's it.
It really was.
That's
been the difference. You're right. You're absolutely right, because it's an 11-point lead right now.
Yeah, they fell asleep for, what, 3 minutes?
Not even.
And then they've been on pace ever since.
Orangeville's been that good.
Yeah, 2, a minute and a half.
Yep.
Keyshawn Saunders drives, goes up, no good.
Got to be happy with that.
At the end of the first half, it's 56-45. I think Coach Nathan Johnson is looking for the foul on the other end, saying there's 3 bodies on him. Keyshawn Saunders doesn't usually shoot an air ball from the key.
Yeah, the referees have really been kind of letting these guys play so far in this one, but I think, you know what?
On both ends, I'll say, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think we can keep the recap of the halftime very short, because to be honest, like we just discussed, those 12 points in that minute-and-a-half run that Orangeville Prep did, that's been the difference in this game, because otherwise this has been a very entertaining and even matchup through and through.
Absolutely. With that, there's 12 minutes on the clock for this halftime. Again, 56-45, Orangeville Prep leading the way over TRC. Kelsey and Ryan here with you, and we'll be back after this quick break.
Actually, I'll give you a discount, 5.
Welcome back to OSBA TV. We're starting the third quarter in second half action. Right now it's Orangeville Prep leading the way over TRC 56-45. Starting lineups back on the court, and Dion Edgem, having the game that he is, starts off the second half with a steal. Antoine Vernon with the bucket.
Impressive what fresh legs can do. A little bit of time off. Vernon now, great finish at the rim there.
Leading the way at half, Junior Farquhar and Ignis Brezdikas, both with 15 points for Orangeville Prep. Keyshawn Saunders with 8, Rattan Mays with 5, and Matthew Alexander with 7. Here's Matthew Alexander. Moncrief now goes up, no good, gets his own rebound.
But that went off the shot clock there. You could hear it rattle against the cage. As a result, the referees.
I think they're gonna.
It's gonna be AI ball.
I thought it was just off the side of the backboard, to be honest. It's going to be.
No, I heard the cage rattle.
It's going to be Orangeville Prep ball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. 9 minutes 19 in the third. So they got 2 seconds to put something up.
They're going to call the timeout instead.
I don't think you can call a timeout.
I was going to say you can't. Yeah.
They're so used to playing.
The American.
In the U.S., they're not allowed to call a timeout.
You can't do that in FIBA. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, can't call a timeout. So it's going to be TRC ball on the baseline.
Well then.
Ryan, leading the way for them right now is Dion Edgem with 12 points. Vernon now has 11. Courtney, Franco, Downey, they all have 4. McCoy 3, and Evan Nava with 1 bucket.
Very balanced
spread
score
out.
sheet. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, great defense there by Moncrief. Takes the contact and deflects the shot.
That's what we said. There's such a big difference on the defensive end with Moncrief and Jones there. Ignis Brezdikas with the shooter's roll on the right-hand side.
Impressive finish. He's going to eat. He's going to get his buckets. All you can do is try and contain him.
Vernon gets it out to Levniak. Levniak tries to get it out. It's stolen by Keyshawn Saunders. Tries to keep it in. No bueno. It's going to be TRC ball on the sideline, 15 on the shot clock.
Starting to see you can't let the offense struggle at this point. Not when Orangeville Prep is getting the buckets that they're getting. Got to keep pace with them in this one.
Here's Vernon up top. Comes off the screen from McCoy. Sets up from deep. That one just off the mark. A big board by Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Farquhar to Saunders. Saunders steps into it. He's in rhythm, and it's good for 1, 2, 3. He looks at his mom and flexes in the crowd.
She is laughing. She's loving it. And a big block there by Joe Jones.
A big block, and Dion Edgem is going to get charged with the offensive foul. Great defense by 1, Keyshawn Saunders to take the charge. 2, Joe Jones with the monster volleyball spike block.
And Edgem lost a shoe. Edgem straight up lost his shoe.
And then threw it on the sideline.
Yeah, the frustration is starting to show a little bit, as not the start that TRC Academy wanted in this third quarter.
I like that his frustration, it's out now, though. He high-fived every single person on his team.
Yes.
And then took a seat on the end to obviously fix his ankle brace, it looks like, and put his shoe back on. But
yeah.
I love that kind of, it speaks a lot to him as a player. You're allowed to be frustrated, of course, but then you go on and you still high-five everyone. It really frustrates me when you see players go off and just kind of shake it, like blow everyone off, go sit on the end of the bench. That's totally not Dion Edgem, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, Dion Edgem, he's a high-quality human being.
Absolutely,
I mean, it's one thing to be a great basketball player. It's another to be an even better person.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys in this league.
Downey puts 2 points on the board for TRC.
Much needed bucket there.
Yep, 61-49.
They need to stop, or else Orangeville is going to keep them at arm's length for the rest of this game.
Here's Brezdikas. Drives. The pull-up jumper is good. Ryan, we talked about keeping Brezdikas away from the basket and off the 3, and he's shown there that the mid-range game is just as lethal. With the answer, though, Stephen Levniak from the foul line for 2.
Levniak, though. Levniak, he's a gamer. He's not going to back down. He's going to try and take his shots as well.
Here's Saunders now. Hand down, man down, puts it up. Oh, that one in and out. Matthew Alexander Moncrief goes up, and there's a foul there. I think that's going to go against McCoy.
Yeah, great effort there as Moncrief comes down with it, and there's Joe Jones battling with 2 black shirts. Creates an opportunity there for Moncrief by tipping it loose. And as a result, Moncrief, he thinks, oh, let's go up right away. No choice but to foul, but you have to admit, you know, if you're Coach Vernon, you're happy to see that your guys are still not allowing any easy buckets. They're still getting their hands in there and deflecting anything that they see. And that's going to be a huge factor moving forward for them.
Moncrief nails both, 65-51. Here's Levniak now for TRC. I love watching Levniak play. He's just so methodical. Look at that, the crossover, the double crossover, gets himself the open lane on the right-hand side, no one around him, and sinks it for 2 points.
And let's be clear, Brazdeikis has some of the best hands in the league. He's very good at getting those kind of steals and strips. But Levniak, an incredible job of just protecting the ball the entire way through. Doesn't show the ball until the last minute when he finishes.
Yeah. Joe Jones saves it. Levniak with the steal. Going 100 miles an hour now. Dishes to Tyrell Vernon. Nope, Antoine Vernon puts it in for 2.
The Vernons, there's Vernons everywhere.
If they got it to Tyrell, would have been a different outcome. A little bit of an out of bounds.
What school are they going to eventually? Mount Vernon.
That was such a dad joke.
Yep.
And I love it. There's a foul there on Downey as Ignas Brazdeikis weaves his way through the defense, and it's going to be Orangeville Prep on the sideline.
That's what we do here, Kelsey. We have fun.
Can you tell?
Yeah, I think they can.
They.
Them.
The YouTube land.
That's right. 10-point lead now here for Orangeville Prep. I think an ideal start to this third quarter for them.
Keyshawn Saunders, a bit too pretty. Picks it up, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Brazdeikis, he's got to put it up. He does that with a floater, and it's good. Backing away from the basket, Ryan. What a shot.
That's why you have to make sure that you cannot allow him to stay square to the basket.
Laughing at his dad on the sideline right now, being, I don't know. I don't know what that was, but it went in. A 3-point attempt from TRC, no good. Junior Farquhar picks up the rebound.
You don't want to take that kind of shot. You can see the nerves are coming in, and there's
Brazdeikis is feeling himself right now, Ryan. Here's something to keep in mind when we talk about Ignas Brazdeikis. He's been here for 3 years now. The first year he came in, didn't have a star rating. You know, he's in grade 10 or whatever. Last year, grade 11, I guess. Last year, became a 3-star recruit.
Yes.
Okay.
This game against Oak Hill.
Yeah. This year, he became a 4-star recruit at the beginning of the season, to now a 5-star recruit after he committed to Michigan. He's the only player to go from no stars or 3 stars to a 5-star, staying in Canada. Jamal Murray wasn't a 5-star. Thon Maker wasn't a 5-star, excuse me. And everyone else who was a Canadian, like RJ Barrett, played in the States. Brazdeikis has been here in Canada his entire career, the only one to do that.
So you know how Ernie has those Nito stats of the night? Well, that's Kelsey's Nito stat of the night right there.
There you go, everyone. A fun fact. Here's Antoine Vernon.
Fun fact.
Oh, I like that. I wish my name started with an F. Francine's fun fact.
That's a mom joke. That's a mom joke.
Steven Levniak, a rare miss for him. You can just see those legs are getting tired. Hasn't been subbed off all game.
Yep, and Nava comes in. This is a good
good substitution here.
Yeah, and Nava's going to have to be that microwave shooter that we know him to be to give TRC a chance to stay in this.
Keyshawn Saunders pulls back. Shooter's roll just cannot connect. Joe Jones steps out of bounds. It's going to be TRC ball. And like we said, Evan Nava comes in for TRC. And in for Junior Farquhar is Shamar Rattan-Mays.
I mean, look at that. You take one Canada national team level player off and you bring another one on, and Rattan-Mays.
When your 6th man is a starting point guard on Team Canada.
Yeah, you've got a good roster.
Again, he's a 2020, so still got years left in his development, which is going to be a fun one to watch. Van Nava from long, it's no good. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by Downey. It's Orangeville ball on the baseline.
Well, if you're Nava, you got to keep shooting. You can't afford to
He's got to have a little bit of that Sam Routon's cold blood in him.
Oh, he's
just
got it in
shooting.
him. Yep, he's got it in him.
But we don't see him miss that much. That's the thing.
Exactly. So no, I'm pretty sure he's going to keep shooting.
The Evan Nava blood is just shooting 100%. Here's Keyshawn Saunders from the 45. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He's doubled up top. Out to Moncrief with the extra pass. It's up. It's no good. Joe Jones down with the rebound. He loses it. Moncrief comes up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Moncrief loses it. Out to Rattan-Mays. Mays, the extra pass to Keyshawn Saunders with 5 seconds left to go. A scramble, but they got the open shot.
And TRC Academy just survived that set, that defensive set.
Vernon picks up his dribble in the corner.
Guys are not moving. They're not moving.
There's gonna be a foul on Shamar Rattan-Mays, just kind of holding back Evan Nava.
Yeah, you can see that now. There's a little bit of luck there for TRC, but one thing I'm noticing here, Kelsey, said it before, I'll say it again. Nobody's moving on offense, even as Vernon was cutting through the basket there. McCoy was literally 2-3 steps behind him, just watching him go to the basket, not rolling, not moving in there. You can see maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in, possibly, as even when the closeout in the corner there, nobody's moving around, no one's trying to get open, no one's talking. TRC, very uncharacteristic of them.
Although, I'm going to say this, both teams have only played 7 players each. So they're both kind of the same amount of fatigued at this point in the game. Wow, a beautiful finish there by Downey. Lorenzo Downey for 2 on the right-hand side.
Yeah, well, amongst all these household names in the OSBA, Downey.
Lorenzo Downey.
Getting lost in the shuffle, but showing, hey, I can ball too.
Absolutely. Give him 6 now on the night.
Great D.
Brezdikas for the 3. That one off the mark.
That's all you can ask for, Kelsey. That's the best way you can try and contain him. Just stay in front of him. Don't allow him to use any kind of screen to go to the basket.
Yep.
Keep a hand up when he shoots it. I don't think you can guard Brezdikas much better than Downey just did.
Yep. Downey on the offensive end puts a crazy circus shot up in the key, and then on the defensive end forces the tough shot over, the reigning MVP of this league. A beautiful backdoor pass and finish by Evan Nava, the Wolfpack.
They definitely needed that. And now, for the first time in this quarter, it's down to single digits, the lead. TRC Academy showing why they're 13-0 in the league right now.
70-61 right now, 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Francolini strips Keyshawn Saunders, and it's Vernon now.
And there's going to be a charge.
A big charge. Great defense there by Shamar Rathan-Mays, and a big fall by Ignas Brezdikas. He gets the block, and a highlight block kind of lands on his shoulder there. It looked like it hurt.
He got pretty high. He got it very high on that one.
I think he surprised himself how high he actually jumped.
I was going to say, because you look like once he was coming down, he kind of lost his balance. Here, we'll take a look at it on the replay real quick here.
Yeah, Ryan's got the replay here.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, he got undercut. That's
yeah,
what it was.
He got undercut there, so his feet got cut right under him. Not on purpose, of course, just everyone's kind of flying everywhere.
Yep.
Rattan-Mays finds Joe Jones open underneath. What a pass. Rattan-Mays has those eyes and the IQ that is just unmatched. Wow, another big block by Joe Jones. Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Wow.
And just like that, as soon as they thought that they had a little bit of breathing space.
Wow.
2 quick buckets. We'll see if TRC can respond.
Antoine Vernon, smart on his part right now, just slows it down, spaces the offense, isn't able to get that wide open lane, and the easy bucket. It's just like that. Stop rushing it.
Yeah. It's always great when you can see your point guard is capable of finishing with both hands comfortably in traffic. That's just pretty.
Here's Keyshawn Saunders up top now for Orangeville.
There's a shot coming.
Gets it into Joe Jones. Jones turns the corner, blocked by Adong McCoy.
McCoy working hard.
Francolini spots up. He's not someone you can leave open. A rare miss for him as Evan Nava just misses it on the greasy fingers. Ignas Brezdikas can't put it in, but he'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
Once again, if you're going to be caught in those fast breaks, don't give up any easy buckets. And Vernon almost paid there with Brezdikas, but gave just enough contact to prevent that from happening.
Yep.
And Brezdikas, he's going to have to go to the line and earn 2. He's one of the best at doing it, but nothing is guaranteed.
Brezdikas nails the first. He's got one more, and then there will be 2 substitutions, or 1 for each team, excuse me, if he makes this second shot. Man, it's quiet in here.
I was going to say it got awkwardly quiet almost.
Brezdikas nails the second. He's going to take a seat on the bench for the first time this game and give himself a quick breather. In for TRC is holding the ball right now. It is Darius DeVero, and in for Orangeville Prep, Junior Farquhar. Evan Nava from the 3, no good. A big rebound for Rattan-Mays.
I'll be honest, I'm actually not a fan of that shot there. You had McCoy, no one between him and the basket on the roll.
Yep.
Feed the big man. Get yourself some guaranteed points or trips to the line.
Here's Nava once again, looking to redeem himself. Drives, dishes out. DeVero steps on the line. It's out of bounds. It's Orangeville ball on the baseline.
There's Nava. Nava, unfortunately, that was a little bit more on him with the pass, kind of throwing it out there for DeVero.
Well, it was a left-handed pass, sort of. It just kind of got.
It got away from him on that. You could see it kind of curled off his hand as he was trying to throw it over.
40 seconds left to go in the third at 76-63. Here's Farquhar. Drives. Gets it back. Almost blocked there by Adong McCoy. How do you finish that?
I don't know. That was impressive. He let that go as he was falling back down to earth. Wow.
Edgem gets it into McCoy. This is a good matchup. McCoy, Joe Jones, McCoy gets it up just off the back of the rim.
Excellent defense by Jones, staying physical, keeps his chest out, keeps the hands high, and McCoy had no choice but to fade back on that.
Keyshawn Saunders.
Wow, too easy.
And that's where Keyshawn Saunders thrives. The open court.
Yep.
Gives him some space, comes off a screen, and he's one of the best finishers in this league with contact. I'd say aside from Ignas Brezdikas, I guess, at the hoop. And you know what? And Dion Edgem.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Orangeville Prep, they're defending home court effectively in this one. And really, TRC, they went on a bit of a mini run there, but then right after going on that run, Orangeville Prep going on a 10-2 run themselves to close out the quarter. And they're going to need a big quarter from TRC. They're going to have to step up. They're going to have to start playing like the contenders that everyone is calling them to see if they can try and come away, keep the perfect season alive. And we're going to find out in the end of this quarter.
And Ryan, we've said this. I am going to let you go get a quick drink before we start the fourth, but I'm going to say this. There's 10 minutes left, and we have seen way bigger comebacks. So it's not like this is done for TRC. They just got to have, like you said, a huge quarter, and Orangeville Prep cannot take their foot off the gas.
Absolutely. I think we're going to get right back to it. Actually, though, you hear the horn. So no time for a break. We're going to just keep on rolling here. The final 10 minutes of this doubleheader. You know, it's a test of endurance, constantly talking for 2.5 hours. But so we're going to do it.
Ryan, do you have plans for after the game for Valentine's Day?
I have none. My fiance is currently in Germany. I love you, baby. Hope you're doing well. And,
explain why she's in Germany. Okay. You're not just dating a German girl who you met online.
She is a professional soccer player, former player for Canadian national team, Tiffany Cameron. So love you, baby. Hope you're doing well out there. She's asleep right now. Sometimes she listens to the games. Sometimes she'll
This is a late one. This is a late one.
Yeah, make fun of me, all sorts of stuff. True love, you know.
A big bucket there for Dion Edgem. This team has come out very, very clean and crisp at the start of each quarter, and it's just kind of fizzled away as the quarters have gone on. But again, the fourth quarter, Dion Edgem, a crisp layup to kick it off.
Crisp. I like that word, crisp.
Crisp.
There's a rebound by McCoy, and here we go. This is where it starts. They got to get on a run right now.
Francolini looks to turn the corner, gets the bucket to fall, and there's a foul on Keyshawn Saunders as he turns the corner. I think that's Keyshawn Saunders' first foul, and Francolini will go to the line for one.
Francolini using his size. I mean, he's not exactly a small guy either. It's using that length and using that width of just getting by guys. A nice little Euro step finish in the lane, using the long arms. There's Edgem trying to finish over Moncrief. Can't get it done.
It's a great idea. Get that tip in before anyone else has a chance to get two hands on it. Get one on it. Absolutely.
Well said. 13-point game now.
80-67. It's Orangeville Prep. Matthew Alexander. Moncrief goes up. It's no good. Gets his own rebound. And here's Keyshawn Saunders. Saunders drives, pulls back from the foul line. It's in for two.
And Saunders wants the foul on the come down, but a big shot there.
Adong McCoy gets it into Edgem. Edgem backing down. Matthew Alexander, Moncrief, and that's his second offensive foul of the game. How great of defense was that by Orangeville?
That was impressive. Moncrief recognizing, timing it absolutely perfectly. Yep. Edgem saying, well, he's backing into me. And he's going, well, he had himself set. It's a pretty easy call to make. Very, very impressive outing here. Moncrief not showing up too heavily on the score sheet in this one, but getting the little things done. He's had a lot of timely rebounds, a lot of nice assists. He's been finding the open man.
It's even small things like the screen he just set. Like he set a solid screen for Junior Farquhar to come off to start. There's going to be a travel there, but to start this play. I mean, he does those little things. He gets after the loose balls. He sets the big screens. He gets the defensive rebounds.
No, absolutely, and he's only going to get better. He's a class of 2020 as well.
Yeah.
He's still got a few more years left.
So they're gonna say not a travel, Ryan. They're gonna change it to a jump ball. So it's gonna be Orangeville Prep possession. 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go. I think the difference between that is one ref is saying travel because he wasn't looking at the hands, he's looking at the feet. So when you come off the ground and you come back down, a clear travel. The other ref is saying, oh, no, defense got a hand on that one. Let's give it back to Orangeville Prep. And there's a timeout called by Orangeville. Guys, 8 minutes, 34 seconds left to go. It's 82-67 for Orangeville Prep over TRC. We'll be back after a quick break. Welcome back to OSBA TV. 8 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in the fourth. It's currently 82-67. Orangeville Prep leading the way over TRC. 8 seconds on the shot clock. It's Keyshawn Saunders up top for the Bears. Turns the corner, pulls it back for the long two. That one just short. Adong McCoy with the board.
Tough shot there by Saunders, trying to create something out of nothing.
Dion Edgem goes up. That foul is going to go against Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
Jones right there with the big block, but Edgem using that body to get himself into the lane.
Shaquille Keith-esque. Where's Jack Keith playing now?
I think he's playing in Thailand.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think he's playing in the Pacific somewhere. I'm going to have to ask him.
That's cool.
Yeah, last time because last time I saw him, he was, last time I saw like photos of his social media, he was somewhere out there. So he might still be out there. He might have just been out there for like an all-star game or something. Who knows?
Cool, cool. For anyone wondering who the heck we're talking about, it's a Canadian player from Brampton. I believe he used to play in the NBL.
He did.
When Ryan and I used to call those
the
games.
Orangeville A's games. He'd always come in and be a thorn in our side. every time. He never was not a thorn in our side. He also played in the Crown League. He even played at the OVO a couple of years.
Yeah.
So he's around. He's all over the place.
He's a great player.
He really is.
And a great Toronto player.
And he's a good person too. Just a great guy. And the only reason we're even talking about him like that.
Dion Edgem, that's who we compare him to. So look him up. Wow, a big three by Avin Navo. Wake up.
There we go. They're going to need a whole lot more out of him. But is this the time now? Is he going to wake up now, get it going? Because this TRC team is not going to go quietly into the night.
Yeah. Keyshawn Saunders drives. No foul call there. He brings it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. There we go. There's a foul on Adong McCoy.
Yeah, getting a little rough in the paint there, but you can see it. Both players, you can definitely see a genuine amount of respect for both of these teams have for each other, because no matter how physical it gets, you don't see them jawing to each other.
There's nothing after the whistle.
Exactly. Everyone's just focused on trying to win the game at this point, and you got to love seeing that as a basketball fan.
Yeah. Here's Brazdekas, 10 seconds on the shot clock. He's waiting for the screen. Comes off the screen from Joe Jones. Turns the corner, takes the contact, puts it up. It's no good. Joe Jones tries to get the rebound. It's kept in by Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Keyshawn Saunders, this is their fourth attempt. The offensive rebound after offensive rebound. There's nothing there this time. Antoine Vernon finally cleans it up for TRC, gets it over to Edgem. McCoy with the jam, cocks it back and puts it in.
That was a huge swing for TRC, possibly going down 15 again, or 13 again instead. They're now just down by 8 by knocking down that big shot and playing some tough, stout defense.
Yep. Junior Farquhar gets in the middle of the key. There's another jump ball. That one's going to go to TRC, and there's a substitution on the floor. Sean Barthélemy checks into the game for Keyshawn Saunders.
One thing I'm loving here right now, Kelsey, just everyone's getting active. Everyone's playing as a team right now as far as the defensive end for TRC. As soon as any white jersey tries to go into the paint, there's always 3 or 4 black jerseys around him, just with a hand on the ball consistently. And you can see the referees, they're not calling it, so they're taking full advantage.
Edgem sets up from the 3. That one just off the mark. Adong McCoy almost had that rebound, but Matthew Alexander pulls it down.
Oh, wow.
Ignas Brezdikas, that was a heat check there if I've seen one. That one just off the mark.
I was going to say, that's a tough shot to make, but if anyone can make it, it would be Brezdikas.
Yeah.
No, nice pass.
Adong McCoy. There's going to be a foul there. That one goes to Joe Jones.
And see the difference there, you know, I'm sure there's some frustration for some of the post players for Orangeville Prep saying, okay, well, how are you calling it there and you're not calling it the other end? Well, that has a lot to do with just when your team is playing together, when your team is working as a single unit to stop those guys that are penetrating into the paint, you're always going to be able to get an opportunity to kind of force those jump balls. When it's a one-on-one situation like that, you're much more likely to see the hand slap, the arm check, anything like that. And especially against a guy like Adong McCoy, who's so strong and so capable of just going up and at the basket.
Athletic, yeah.
He's a one-on-one matchup. You almost have no choice but to foul him no matter who you are.
Yep. Here's Brezdikas here for Orangeville Prep. That foul is going to go to Adam Francolini.
And I think that one was due. That was a great effort by Francolini getting the hand in there, as we've been, you know, I've been talking till I'm blue in the face in this quarter about this, but definitely caught a little bit of arm there, and the referee saying, okay, no, we can't let that one slide.
Brezdikas driving again. Pulls up. That one no good. Adong McCoy, that's a big rebound for him.
You can see the fatigue maybe setting in a little bit here.
Edgem, good for 2.
5-point game. I'm telling you right now, Kelsey, this Orangeville Prep team, they're not usually working this hard with such short rest on such a short bench when they're playing in Canada. They're in for the fight of their life right now in these final 5.5 minutes. You can see the fatigue is setting in on some of these shots.
Here's Farquhar. Bringing it out, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Rejects the screen, gets it over to Moncrief, puts it up for the 3. That is a big shot right now, Ryan.
Moncrief, how well has he been working on his shot in the offseason? You can see the difference.
Do you remember him when he first came here last year?
I remember the shooting mechanics, and now I'm looking at it now, and it's just night and day.
Vernon looking for the answer, no good. McCoy goes for the jam! MA is saying that it was clean, but he's called for the foul, sending Adong McCoy to the line for 2.
I think when you try to throw it down that hard, see, there's a reason to that. There's a reason for why he was doing that, and it wasn't just to be flashy. It's because I'm going to put it down so hard that there is no, you're going to have to foul me if you're going to try and stop me.
Yep.
There's no way you're going to be able to get a clean look when he's throwing it with that kind of velocity into the rim.
First one is good. He's got one more at the charity stripe right now, 85-78, under 5 minutes left to go in the 4th.
And Kelsey, speaking about form, look at, you know, even McCoy, look at the difference in his form and the shots that he's knocking down from the free throw line.
Almost looks like a shooter now.
He does, a little bit, because last year he was all about rebounds, blocks, and boards. Now they expected more of him this year, now that Alil Nosemi has moved on to the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Yep.
He's absolutely, Kelsey, he's stepped up and he's been that guy for this team all year long.
We're just over halfway through the final quarter, 85-79. Orangeville Prep leading over TRC. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back to OSBA TV. 4 minutes, 57 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. And Ryan, it is a game, 85-79 Orangeville Prep over the TRC Wolfpack.
Very much is. We knew for a fact, I mean, Orangeville, they were enjoying a lead as large as 17 points at one point in this game, but give TRC full credit. This is why they're undefeated. they battled back, and now we got ourselves a 2-possession game.
Absolutely. Bartholomew with his fresh legs goes up, no good. Joe Jones cleans it up on the weak side.
McCoy can't allow himself to bite into that take. He's got to be able to box out.
Evan Nava pulls up from the elbow, just short. Joe Jones comes down with that. A big fight underneath. Great rebounding by both the offense and the defense there.
Francolini staying with Brzdikis. That was impressive.
Great D by Adam Francolini in that possession.
You cannot play the top scorer in the league better than that.
Yep.
That was Ron Artest-like.
Junior Farquhar with the long two. It's good.
Excellent shot by Farquhar, though. And, you know, he's a guy that hasn't necessarily been – we haven't seen him on the scoring sheet in a few minutes now. We'll see if he starts to heat up a little bit.
I mean, he had 15 at half. But like you said, in the third and the fourth quarter, it's been relatively quiet. A big tray ball for Antoine Verne. Is that his first of the game?
It is, and Vernon got away with that. He had a foot on the line. He got away with it.
Call it even.
Yep. Call it even from the
Keyshawn Saunders.
Yeah. No, even Rattan Mays earlier.
Oh, that's who I meant. Sorry.
So they're even now.
Brzdikis sees the lane on the left-hand side, goes up. It's no good. McCoy grabs that foul.
Excellent work there by Brzdikis, working his way to the basket at that point. Once he gets in there, once he gets a running start on this, and that's a fourth personal for McCoy. But I was just going to say very quickly, Brzdikis, as soon as he gets a running start and he's in the paint like that,
it's hard.
It's either a foul or an and one.
Yeah, the head of steam is tough to control.
Even for a guy like Adong McCoy.
First one's good. Make it 90. Looking at the score of this game now, how impressive was it that Athlete Institute scored 120 points?
That was a three-point shooting clinic. That's what that was.
Yeah. They said 16 three-pointers in that game.
Yep.
9 of which came from Sam Routens.
Yes.
Crazy.
That's 39 points. He had 39 points. What a display that was.
Yeah.
We're getting a great team matchup here.
When we talk about that, Ryan, 39 points and how impressive that is, let's take it one step further and talk about how impressive it is to be averaging 40 points right now.
Yeah,
Ignas Brzdikis.
That's Brzdikis. That's right. And I don't think he's going to finish with 40 in this one, but
40 points, 12 rebounds. Bartholomew from the corner. That one's off the mark. Whoa! I think Keyshawn Saunders surprised himself at how high he got with that rebound. Levniak goes up. That one's no good, and there's going to be a foul called on Junior Farquhar.
There's Levniak. I mean, what's not to love about this guy?
He's been the star so far for TRC. I know I always kind of say I have one person that I like to watch in each specific game, just kind of how they're playing and how they're performing that day. Levniak has been mine more than once, of course, and again tonight. Yeah,
tonight is just been it has more to do, less to do with what's on the stat sheet and more to just do with, you know, how he's playing.
He's fearless.
Yeah, he's just been attacking the basket everywhere he can. He's creating open opportunities for his teammates. He's hit a three at one point, which is something that we actually haven't seen him do in a while.
Even though he's a spectacular shooter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He just chooses not to. He chooses to attack the basket. And on the defensive end, I mean, he's been in every single scrum for the ball.
Yep.
Any time that he's been on the floor, and here he is consistently knocking him down from the free throw line, and keeping this game within reach for TRC Academy and trying to keep this perfect season alive.
Second one is good, 91-84, 3 minutes left to go in the ball game between number 1 and number 2 in OSBA.
I'm not gonna lie, if I'm Coach Vernon, I kind of want my guys sitting down over there because you never know when they might be getting in.
And refs can be strange sometimes with tees.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Brzdikis up top, 10 seconds, steps back from beyond the three. That one just short. A big rebound there between Joe Jones and Adong McCoy. It's knocked out by Black. Bears ball on the baseline.
Brzdikis, he's missed a few of those now, and it's always been consistently short. That's why I brought up the idea of possibly maybe fatigue setting in earlier, because he's been in a fight this entire game just trying to get open looks. I think TRC has played him. I think other teams should definitely be looking at this game tape at how TRC Academy has been handling Brzdikis. Just making sure that constant double teams in the very beginning, even to the point where right now, just not biting on the head fakes, not biting on the jab steps and staying in front of him. This is literally been, as there's a timeout now for Orangeville Prep, this has been
I think it's a blood sub here. They're going to look to take some blood off of Joe Jones. And I think they were saying that it's actually Adong McCoy's blood on Joe Jones's jersey, so he's going to have to change really quickly. I saw Coach Brandon Ennis run out of the gym there. Keyshawn Saunders as well, I guess.
Yeah,
And I think Coach Nathan Johnson talking to the refs now saying, well, it's not our blood, so can we take care of him first? We'll take care of the jerseys, and then and you guys take care of that. But like you said, Ryan, this is kind of the perfect storm for this Orangeville team. I mean, Ignas Brzdikas getting the rest that he needs right now without having to take a timeout, without having to, you know, sit on the bench during running clock time.
Yep.
So
I think both teams.
It's not a horrible thing to happen.
No, it's not at all. And especially if you're a Don McCoy, I'm sure, you know, we know that he's got a legendary motor at this point. But when he's got that opportunity here to just take a few seconds to himself, same thing with Edgem. We're going to be finishing with a very, very entertaining last 2 minutes and 41 seconds here in this one.
Yeah, so Keyshawn Saunders and Joe Jones have made their way back onto the floor. If you're watching at home, Keyshawn Saunders now sporting number 13. James Carnick's number from last year. And Joe Jones is wearing number 30.
You see the referees letting them know.
Speaking of James Carnick, his Lehigh team just beat Colgate by 10 points, 88-78, if you're following along with these young gentlemen's careers. Here's Junior Farquhar.
Nice.
Up to Saunders.
Congrats.
Yeah, big win for him. He's got to put it up. Barthélemy chucks it up. That one no good. I think that might have been tipped by Antoine Vernon. Here's Nava. Nava drives, picks up his dribble, back out to Vernon. Here's Edgem now. Edgem with the floater. That one no good. A big rebound by Ignas Brzdikas. That was an important board, Ryan.
I was going to say Edgem. That's a tough shot for him.
Yep. Farquhar.
I'm not going to lie. I would have kicked it one more pass over to Levniak in the wing, see if he could pull one down.
Yep.
And now
Junior Farquhar, the triple-double machine, shows he's lethal from the mid-range as well as beyond the arc.
It's been a huge factor for Orangeville Prep in this one.
Absolutely.
They missed him in these other matches against TRC.
Vernon with the fadeaway.
Nice shot there.
It's a beautiful shot.
No, that was very clean.
We don't see his fadeaway too often.
Got the athleticism to do it.
Yep.
Especially this late in the game when you can knock those shots down. It requires a lot of strength in the lower body.
Absolutely.
Especially if you've been running for about 40 minutes.
Yeah. He hasn't had much time on the bench.
No.
Junior Farquhar, wide open. Joe Jones, surprised that he's so open. Takes a few. He looks one shoulder, looks over the other shoulder, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, I was just trying to get his feet set there. Yeah.
Vernon from three. That one was in and out.
That's a tough shot early in the shot clock, and here's the transition now.
Keyshawn Saunders,
up and under.
reverse,
You can
it's
count
good.
it. And I think that'll probably do it. It could be.
Don't say that. A minute 12 left to go. Anything is
could be
possible
wrong.
right now.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, TRC.
They've got Avin Nava, they've got Antoine Vernon, and they've got Stephen Levniak, who all can be lethal.
There's a big throwdown by McCoy. And Brzdikas.
Brzdikas looks like he got poked in the eye.
Coach Johnson saying it's a no-brainer. You got to call a foul. No call, though.
Yeah, that looks. I mean, Brzdikas is not kind of a sucker baby, and he's struggling over there.
Yeah, it looks like he
with
got
his
caught
eye.
in the mouth or caught in the eye or something there.
Yeah.
There's going to be an inbound, though. Back to the game, 59 seconds. The press is on. This is a 1-2-2 here by TRC. See if they can get something.
Here we go. Doubled now. Matthew Alexander Moncrief breaks the press, gets it into Joe Jones, and that right there could be it. It's a 12-point game, 100-88, 42 seconds left to go. Brzdikas still not looking great behind the bench there. He's going to be out for the rest of the game, and there's a foul on Keyshawn Saunders, and they're in bonus, so Antoine Vernon's going to go to the line for two.
And Vernon, heck of an effort today by TRC Academy. It just that one run in the second quarter that made it 32-20. The 12-0 run there really is. You're looking at the score right now. It's a 12-point deficit. That is literally, with the exception of that, these teams have went tit for tat the entire game.
Yeah. Well said. Our post game's going to be pretty quick today.
Yeah. Not much more needs to be said. I mean, you know, with this 36 seconds remaining, most likely this is going to be it.
I think they're going to foul, I'm assuming.
Yeah, TRC, there's going to be a timeout here. TRC, if the score stays the same of what we're seeing, TRC going to go to 13-1. Orangeville Prep improves, I believe, to 11-1.
Yeah, and Ryan, the thing about this year is obviously this is the first year in the OSBA where there's two kind of
Divisions,
sides. So this
yeah.
is the first time
Conferences,
that
yes.
these two teams are playing together. So when they go to rank the teams, it is going to be strength of schedule. So Orangeville, who has now beat number one, or we'll see. If Orangeville wins and they come up over TRC, they will take that number one spot in the rankings, despite having a similar record with only one loss each.
It's been a very, it's a logjam at the top, but you got to love that.
Yeah.
You've got to appreciate that. You know, every year it's been getting a little bit more and a little bit more competitive. Better teams have been coming into the league. Teams that were really kind of feeling it out the first couple of years are really starting to come into their own in the middle of the pack. And you know, up here, I mean, what can you say about this TRC Academy program in general? They come in with, you know, they come in with both of their teams here today. Not the result that they were expecting for Rise Prep. Definitely not the result they were expecting here today for TRC. But this program has shown time and again that they can run with Athlete Institute, who has been kind of unofficially crowned as the kings of prep basketball in Canada right now.
Well, I mean, you look up to our left, Ryan, they've got 2 championship banners.
Yeah.
Obviously, that first one in the OSBA went to Bill Crothers before the OSBA was as popular, we'll say now, as it is. Here's Junior Farquhar. They break the press pretty easily. They're going to slow down. Looks like TRC isn't fouling, Ryan, at least not yet. Barthélemy dribbling it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. There we go. There's going to be a foul there on Adong McCoy. I like that. Adong McCoy gets the foul, but then pats Barthélemy on the back after.
Yeah. That's going to be him for the day. 5th personal.
Yeah, he's done for the day. 19.8 seconds left to go.
This is going to be a tough one to swallow for TRC. I'm sure that they're going to keep thinking about, once again, you're going to go back to the tape, you're going to see that run that they went on, and that's just something that Orangeville Prep does extremely well. They run teams out of the gym with that transition offense that they have. And also, to top it all off, they were just the better shooting team from behind the arc tonight.
I was going to say, yeah, they had a great 3-point shooting night as well tonight.
Yep, and they got timely buckets when they needed them. When TRC needed to step up and knock down some threes at the top of the key, they weren't able to do it.
Yep.
And that's the difference. That really is the difference.
Antoine Vernon, that one's good for 2. No one's playing defense right now on that. 16 seconds left to go. Vernon gets called with the foul, and it's going to be a shooting foul. 2 shots now for Sean Barthélemy. 15 seconds left to go. 101-92. That's his 4th foul of the matchup. Again, just 15 seconds left to go. Brezdikas out for Orangeville Prep. Still getting treatment from the trainer on a no call.
Just had to throw that one in there.
She said with sarcasm.
Nice.
Barthélemy hits the first. Make it 102-92. It's 10 points now. And there's going to be a substitution if he's able to make the second. Second is good. Shamar Rattan-Mays checks in for Barthélemy. He's going to not let TRC just kind of roll the ball down the half. They gotta get that clock to start. Avin Nava releases from the 3. That one looked good.
That summed it up. That just sums up the game right there.
Liam Courtney, and that's going to be the game. 3 seconds left to go. Junior Farquhar will dribble it out. At the end of this one, Orangeville Prep takes the number 1 spot in the OSBA. 103-92, the win over TRC.
Closing thoughts on this one, I'm just going to say very impressive outing by Orangeville Prep.
Oh, it's his nose. You can see Ignis Brezdikas has something up there. He was bleeding. He actually got hit in the nose there. Sorry to interrupt you, Ryan.
No, it's okay. You just see that. And just, yeah, as I said, final thoughts on this game. You know, great transition threes. A heck of an effort from TRC on the defensive end, I must say. Despite giving up over 100 points, they did a fantastic job in limiting Brezdikas' effectiveness. Yep. But that just shows the how deep this roster is for Orangeville Prep. As other guys were able to step up, get some timely buckets, were able to shoot consistently from behind the arc, and I think really that's going to be the main difference because both of these teams are so evenly matched in every category except for those 3-point shots.
There we go, guys. Again, at the end of this one, 103-92, Orangeville takes it over the TRC Wolfpack. Orangeville now in the number 1 spot in the OSBA. TRC falls to 2. Make sure you tune in next week, February 21st at 7 p.m. It's Orangeville Prep taking on AI Prep in the Battle of the Ville. Kelsey here, Ryan with me, and we'll both be back next week. Make sure you tune in, and thanks for watching tonight.
Have a great night.